Let's get into the details of our stories now. Now, Ghana will face a crucial moment on December 7 as the Ghanaian populace heads to the polls to choose a new leader from the various political parties. In recent months, both the NPP and NDC have made numerous promises through the unveiling of their manifestos setting the stage for the upcoming elections. My colleague Gabby Ofei has prepared an in-depth report focusing specifically on a detailed comparison of the sports policies outlined in both manifestos from the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress.
As the 2024 general elections approach, the New Patriotic Party, led by Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has once again promised to revitalize Ghana's ailing sports sector. During the highly publicized manifesto launch, sports was a key focus, with sweeping pledges to uplift the national infrastructure and create opportunities for youth and athletes alike. In their manifesto, the NPP promised to rehabilitate national stadia, many of which have fallen into disrepair. The Accra Sports Stadium, Kumasi's Babayara Sports Stadium, and other facilities have been criticized for their deteriorating conditions over the years.
We will, ladies and gentlemen, also upgrade the surfaces of our football pitches to meet the highest international standards. And so we will be seeing an upgrading of the stadia in Kumasi, Accra, Cape Coast, Tamale, and Esipong to make sure that they meet the highest international standard.
Although previous government, including the current NPP administration, pledged to restore these iconic venues, progress has been slow and sporadic. With these lingering concerns, many Ghanaians are left wondering what will be different this time. Additionally, the party emphasized the completion of proper utilization of the youth resource centers across the country.
This is not a conversation at all, but for us, it's become, a subculture where we leave a one city problem to become a $1 million problem, because we fail to put in place structures and protocols to take care of basic stuff. Recently I was at the newly built Legon Sports Stadium, and if I look at the washrooms there, I was so disappointed and surprised that the facility built not just too long ago for the African Games. It's in good condition, but simple things as cleaning areas like the washroom is difficult for us to do. If you can't maintain a washroom, then clearly tells me that you can't take care of the entire facility. So it's become a subculture which we need, as a matter of agency, do everything possible to correct, because it is costing us big time in terms of sports facilities. Because now, as we speak, the Tamale Sports Stadium is in bad state. The pitch is not proper. Esipong Sports Stadium is non-existent. Even the Babayara Sports Stadium is not up to international standards. So, it is costing us big time. And the earlier we sit down as a nation and people, placed in charge of these facilities do what is right and what's needful, the better for all of us.
These centers, originally intended to serve as hubs for youth development in sports, are currently underfunded and left to rot. Now breeding grounds for reptiles, with one of the checks done recently at the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex.
Not once, but gone around the country about 4 times, updating Ghanaians on the state of the facilities. And the Kaneshi Sports Complex and Azuma Nelson Sports Complex makes for very interesting reading, because the agency under which this project was, earmarked, or the agency under which the facilities are, have their headquarters there. The National Youth Authority have their headquarters there. And I ask myself, so when they go to work every day and see the facility in the state in which it is, what goes through their mind? Are they happy? All the deadlines they've given us, they've not been able to meet even a single one of them. And I feel sad, because we have invested millions of Ghana cedis in that particular facility. It's virtually done. It's virtually completed. The first time I went there about 2 years ago, they told me there was an issue of a drainage. They didn't anticipate. As we speak, the contractor is not even on site. There's nothing happening there.
The NPP manifesto also further pledged to enhance the Ghana Premier League and other local sport leagues by attracting more private investment and ensuring the professionalization of league management. Although the domestic football scene has seen some progress, there are still some issues with financing, league organization, and low attendance at matches.
We will support the revival of the Premier League and clubs to improve commercial viability and create related jobs by directing policy through the National Lotteries Authority and the Gaming Commission to establish and fund a sports employment module to assist premier clubs fund operational expenses, including player remuneration. And also we will provide a bus to each Premier League club.
The promise to uplift local football resonates with many. But given the persistent challenges, Ghanaians are left asking what concrete measures will be put in place to turn these ambitions into reality. The chairman of the National Sports Authority and member of the NPP's Manifesto Sports Committee, Sitpamu, expressed strong confidence that the sports promises will be fulfilled if Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is elected to lead the nation. He believes this commitment will transform the current state of sports in Ghana and reshape the country's sporting landscape.
The man who is championing this, who is professing these bold solutions, is somebody you can easily trust. Somebody, when you interact with him, you know that, yes, he has a big brain, he has big love, the desire to really serve selflessly for this country. He's not a corrupt person. He doesn't say what he cannot do. He says what is achievable and what he knows that given the mandate he will deliver on this to score. So we can do we can juxtapose these things, and vis-a-vis the drama, I want to say that our opponents are putting up there. I mean, this is serious times for Ghana. We need to give mandates to somebody who is really willing, desirous, and have a vision and a direction that he wants to take this country to.
On the other side of political spectrum, former President John Dramani Mahama and the National Democratic Congress also presented their vision for sports development in Ghana with a focus on addressing the current shortcomings. In their manifesto, the NDC outlined plans to upgrade and properly maintain national sports facilities, emphasizing a more structured approach to the rehabilitation of key venues such as the Accra Sports Stadium and the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex. They acknowledged the current state of decay, but questioned whether the NPP's approach was truly feasible given the slow pace of previous projects under the administration.
Well, we have a very big challenge in this country with the state of our stadia. When you take a good look at every sporting facility that we have in this country, we have issues of poor maintenance. And that is why Cape Coast Stadium, which we built only a couple of years ago, has not been maintained properly. And so a few years ago, we had FIFA does not even regard that facility as meeting the international standards. So we have a big issue with maintenance. But quite apart from that, we also have a problem of government not being deliberate enough. And this government is very guilty of this, that they have not been deliberate about investing in upgrading the facilities that we have. They have not been deliberate about investing in maintaining the facilities that we have. And that is why the National Sports Authority has been starved of resources for so many years under this government.
What differentiates the NDC's commitment from the promises made by the NPP? And how would they ensure that the long-standing issues, such as the dilapidated youth centers and the national stadia, do not persist? While both parties have pledged to prioritize these infrastructures, the question of consistent maintenance and the necessary funding remains a key concern. Both parties share a common goal of attracting private investment to improve the Ghana Premier League. But the NDC criticized the NPP's lack of clear action on league management reforms during their tenure.
As a sports enthusiast, as a football fanatic, I agree with you that our league is literally dead. Gone were the days when many of us, even as young boys, will be hanging out to know what is happening with Accra, Sofo, Kotoko, and all the other teams, Ash Gold and all that, the All Blacks. Today, our league is no more attractive. And it's sad that at the end of the season, our best players from our league are rushing to go to Kosovo, Tanzania, Zambia, and all of that. It's a shame. Because where we have gotten to as a country, our football should have been so advanced that we should be attracting quality players from outside this country, not the other way around, where our best materials are out there chasing teams in Tanzania and Kosovo and all of that. It's not good enough for us.
As the battle for sport reforms unfolds, Ghanaians are left to assess which party's promises will genuinely lead to a revival of the sector and who will bring about the lasting changes that are so urgently needed.